Hey Max, JJ and Rob, but especially JJ, spoke a lot about you in their presser last week and kind of the excitement of seeing you grow this offseason and understanding their scheme and plan. Can you speak to that from your perspective, and does that give you a certain level of almost different excitement heading into the season from previous?
Yeah, I mean, JJ has done a really good job, I think, to start. Definitely imposing himself as a coach. He's trying to do a really good job of making a good impression on us as players. In our individual workouts and group workouts that we had, I think he's done a really good job kind of explaining what our offensive identity, defensive identity, and so on is going to be. So I'm super excited, for the new coaching staff this season, and they've done a really good job. They seem, very excited, very energetic about the season. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Max, what are the biggest ways that you've used these last 2 years to get to this moment now where everybody has been very open about kind of their plans for you, and obviously they trusted you and rewarded you with a pretty nice contract this summer?
Yeah, I think the first 2 years for me, I've got a little bit of experience under my belt, but I think the biggest thing is I've been able to observe some of the highest level athletes, that we have on our team and how they go about their business. And, for me to be able to learn that and see how they're doing it. And then for me, hopefully this year, if when I earn a rotation spot, to be able to come in and implement that, try to impact the game as much as possible. We have a really, really good team this year. And obviously, the goal for us is always a championship. So in any way that I can contribute to that, I'm looking forward to doing that. I think the last 2 years for me observing, us winning at a high level, been in the playoffs both years. So just trying to add to that for sure.
Max, JJ's talked a lot about corner crashing, and he mentioned specifically you and there's a couple of guys that I'd like to see that from. We've seen your offensive rebounding skill and just your rebounding in general, but how much of an adjustment is that, I guess, for you going from you guys not really corner crashing last year to that kind of makes it?
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be too big of an adjustment. I think, again, that really comes down to a lot of effort and conditioning. I would say I'm in pretty good shape. I definitely try to give as much effort as I can when I'm on the floor. So, for me, like you said, I think I do a pretty good job rebounding at my position. I think I'm pretty athletic and, bouncing enough to go and get some rebounds. So I think for us, winning the extra possession game, trying to get as many extra possessions as we can with the amount of offensive firepower we have on our team, I think that's going to help. And like you said, JJ has stressed that, to us in our individual and group workouts, just trying to make sure that we're trying to get extra possessions, and he wants me to be one of those guys that can do that for us.
Hey Max, you agreed to the new deal pretty early in the free agency process. What was your thinking with that, and what did it mean to you for them to offer a long-term deal to keep going?
Yeah, I think it was mutual between both parties to reach a deal and come back. It definitely meant a lot for me. I've been here for the past 2 years. I've worked really, really hard just to try and stay here and try and stay in the league. And it felt really good, that they were able to, we were able to reach an agreement. I think it showed their trust in me, their belief in me, and it also validates the belief that I have in myself, the confidence that I have in myself. So it felt really good, and it feels really good to be sitting here in a Lakers jersey again for another season. And so I'm looking forward to it.
I know you were out in Palm Springs a couple weeks ago. You went to Palm Springs Middle School and got to, hang out with some of the kids there. And now your first 2 preseason games are at Acrisure Arena in the Coachella Valley. What does it mean to you to kind of play out there? I'm sure you felt the fan presence when you were playing with them out there. And there's a lot of diehard Laker fans out there. And now you get to play in that arena. What does it mean to you, and what are you doing to prepare for those first 2 preseason games?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I think the first preseason game for any team is exciting, and then we're going to Palm Springs. Like you said, I was there a few weeks ago with some middle school kids, and it was cool kind of to feel the love and feel that out with the kids that were there. Like you said, we have a big fan base down there in Palm Springs, and we got 2 games against 2 really good teams. So it's coming up soon. We got a game on Friday, which is ridiculous. It's crazy how fast it's come back. So we're excited as a team. I'm excited as an individual, especially playing it in Palm Springs. Last year we had a game there too. It was pretty electric. So looking forward to it.
Max, over here.
Yep.
Hey Max, congrats on the contract extension first off. It's crazy, you're only still 21 years old, you've been here, it's your 3rd year, but speak to, the addition also of having your brother. I feel like your brother follows your footsteps. Big team, both of you guys, and now you're both in LA. How has that been for you in terms of having him here, and how is that dynamic in terms of you guys? You guys been working out down here? What's been a situation like that and having him?
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool just to be able to say that we're, one of a few pair of brothers to be able to play in the NBA is super cool, and just quality of life really is super nice. Just having, a close family member out here, kind of going through the same thing. He went through his rookie year. I'm going through, I went through mine. He's going through his right now. So it's cool for me to kind of guide him, kind of give him some advice, watch him go through his own journey, and it even works out even better that we're both in LA. I mean, it's perfect, the perfect case scenario. I mean, it's extremely rare. You don't really think of that, so it's super cool. So I'm really appreciative of it. We're both blessed to be in the position that we're in.
Yo, what's up, Max? Just, coming to this season, it's looking like you're going to get a chance to get a little more play. Just what are the biggest emphasis that you looked at during the summer to kind of prepare yourself for the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, just again working on the fundamentals of the game obviously is most important. But in terms of my role on the team, I think defensively is a big key for that for me to be able to stay on the floor, is to have that energy on the defensive end, disrupt offenses, and really become a problem for opposing teams. And then offensively, I think the biggest key is three-point shooting for sure, particularly from the corners. We got guys that can really handle the ball. We got a bunch of offensive weapons on our team, and for me, just being able to take the load off of them a little bit, being able to knock down big shots, corner threes, crash the glass, get us on extra offensive possessions. It's probably the main focal point for me in my game and my role this season. So I've been working on it, for the past, really 2 years, honestly. So I'm looking forward to my opportunity. Thank you, guys.